What's up? Tyler from Plugged On. I'm here with an album review. This time I'm going to talk about the new album from Swallow the Sun titled When a Shadow is Forced into the Light. This is their 7th album. This is the follow-up to Songs from the North 1, 2, and 3 from 2016, which ended up being my personal album of the year that year. I really like this band. They are a doom metal band, you could say, from Finland. And this is their 7th record out on Century Media. So, to me, Swallow the Sun, they create such an atmosphere, and I just love when they bring the heaviness and the doom side in, but then they also create such a beautiful darkness all the time. And this album is really no different from these guys. I love it. I will say one thing that I feel I kind of noticed is a little bit more clean vocals than screen vocals on here. Not saying those aren't there, but definitely an emphasis on the cleans, which is fine by me because I always have loved going back and forth with how they do everything. So starting off the album with the title track, which I think is a solid song, but to be honest with you, I think most of the other ones kind of stand out a little bit more than the title track to me. That's the one track that just hasn't, I enjoy it when I listen to it, but it has not really got stuck in my head, and I go, man, I want to hear that song again. The Crimson Crown is a great song, a lot of melody in there, great clean vocals throughout the entire thing. Then you get my 3 favorite tracks back to back to back on this record. Firelights is such a beautiful song, and one of the catchier ones for sure. On the chorus side, that chorus has been stuck in my head ever since this album came out, and that's one thing that I love about Swallow the Sun. I feel like they get better and better at it. Is creating catchy choruses a lot, and this is one that really stands out to me, and it's such an engaging song. One of my favorite parts, and it's such a soft little touch, it's been done a million times, is, you kind of have a slower acoustic guitar, and then the drum beat just comes in, and it's real slow. But it brings just such a different vibe to it, and that happens during the second verse, and I love it every time that happens. It's one of my favorite parts of the song. Upon the Water is the first true single they put out for this record, and that one is kind of classic Swallow the Sun in my opinion, because you have a very dark, gloomy, slower verse, and then they just bring the heart, dude. That chorus is insanely good. The screen vocals are so catchy, so emotional during that. I love that sense of emotion that Swallow the Sun can put into their heavier side sometimes, especially when they use more higher pitched vocals. It's phenomenal, and that song is just so good. Every time, especially the last time that chorus comes back, the song kind of just breaks, and then the build-up starts, that guitar starts, back up, very doomy, simplistic riff, but then it just bam, hits you square in the nuts, and it is fantastic. Stone Wings is one of my other favorite tracks on here. I feel this song just jams really good, and once again is a great example of fantastic choruses and clean vocals and just emotion throughout the entire thing. Definitely a standout track for me. The other 3 songs on here are fantastic. Cloud on Your Side is more of a slower song. Here on the Black Earth has a crunchy fucking ending and really just brings the heaviness that Swallow the Sun can bring. Real low guttural vocals, simplistic palm muted bam in your face guitars that really pop with a production that just really is pounding and thumping, and you just crank it up and you feel it. Never Left, I think, is a great song to end on. A lot of great guitar melodies throughout that one, especially towards the end of the song. A guitar melody that really fits with the vocals a lot. And that's another thing Swallow the Sun's just really great at doing, is making everything really weave together. The songs might not have really pick up and pace that much, but they can bring a lot of energy and a lot of anger, but a lot of just beauty and happiness sometimes, but then mostly darkness and gloom. They're just a fantastic band. I think this is just another great record from these guys. They have not had a bad album at all. Albums such as New Moon is so fucking good. Emerald Forest and the Blackbird is the first album that I got introduced from these guys. They're all really good. Hope is fantastic. This band, I can't get enough of them. They're one of those bands that I just constantly find myself going back to because they're just that good. So let me know what you think of Swallow the Sun. When a shadow was forced into the light, I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. I think this is great. Man, what a start to 2019 in my opinion. Between Soilwork and this and Evergrey is really solid. Flotsam and Jetsam was great. I know haven't made as many videos as we wanted to so far in a year, but we'll get some here soon. So thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. See ya.